Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to play a tank that's just never, ever played. A tank that you do not see that often in the game anymore. And to be fair, a lot of these tier 7 collectible tanks are very rarely played, especially tanks like this one here, the Vulcan. It's not the best of tanks, I do admit. It struggles with some parts of it, but you can still have good games. Now, the game I played, I did actually have a good game, and to be fair, I probably did mess up a little bit, and I definitely could have won. So sadly, it was a loss, but I still think it's a decent game to show, because it does show what the tank can be capable of. Now, I'm not a lover of the tank. I think it looks hideous, and I don't really like it too much, to be honest. But we're going to look at the stats, and then we're going to get into a game. So the turret is 155 millimeters and your hull is 160. So actually you do have a better hull than you do turret. So the armor profile wise isn't too bad, and you can actually get some bounces, especially if you do come up against those tier 6s. You will get quite a few bounces, to be fair. Other than that, though, the stat wise is not great, to be fair. 1800 DPM, 11-second reload, penetration is 180 on your AP, 220 on your APCR. Now, we are running this with the rammer. You should be running it really with the calibrated shells, just to up that pen a little bit more. But I used to run everything with the rammer, and you know, I haven't played this tank for so long that it's still on the rammer. You've got a 350 alpha gun, which is okay, and 290 on your APCR, 420 on your HE. Aim time is very bad at 4.8. The gun dispersion is also very bad at 0.398, and you do only have 6 degrees of gun depression, which will really not help you out in the game. 36 kilometers per hour speed as well. So, you know, the stat wise on the tank, it is not the greatest. I'm not gonna lie, it isn't the greatest at all. But again, you know, just because the stats are bad, it doesn't ever mean that you know, you shouldn't ever look at a tank's stats and think, yeah, that's bad, I'm not gonna play it, or I'm not gonna buy it, or anything like that, because sometimes it doesn't matter. It's about how you play the tank. On some tanks, it's all about how you play. If you play it wrong, I mean, look at the Borask, like just taking a tank at the top of my head. When I first started playing the Borask, I even put a video out saying how much I hated the tank. Then 47, he got in contact with me and said, dude, you're playing it wrong. Like, you're playing it wrong. We need to stream, we need to play the tank, you need to play it right, then hopefully you'll change your mind. So we did. We streamed on, we're playing the Borask, double Borask. It was actually very, very good. I changed my way of playing it, and then at the end of it I was like, do you know what, this is actually a very good tank. But it's only good if you play it in the right way. If you play it wrong, of course any tank's going to be bad. You could play the most OP tank in the game. You could play the XM66F, which in my opinion is one of the most OP tanks in the game, but if you play it wrong, it's going to look bad, of course. And that's the same with a lot of tanks. If you play it wrong, then there's going to be a lot of tanks that look bad. But as long as you play it right, then you should be okay. Now, this is where I do wish I was running calibrated shells, because that guy there, even though I penned him, yeah, it's going to get me frustrated in a minute. And to be fair, it could have actually cost us the game. So you can see here, I'm going to wait for him to come around the corner. You know, I definitely hit the grey bit. But yet that did not penetrate, which was very, very annoying, because he'd almost be a one-shot now, especially after my next shot. He would have been a one-shot. So, you know, I'm going to switch to the AP, get a pen, and if I would have penned that first shot, he would be a one-shot right now. And, you know, most tanks would be able to get rid of him. So the AMX has got rid of the M41D, and then he's going on a mission now. He's going on a suicide mission, and again, that could potentially have cost us the game as well. So now I'm going to ignore them guys. I'm going to go for the Bazonte, because these guys are full hit points, and I really want to take care of him. Now again, he could have been a one-shot, and look at the gun depression. This is where it really, really did not help. And again, I could have killed that guy. He could have been dead by now. You can see he's going to get a little bit of damage done to him, and I would be on a little bit more hit points. And if I was on a little bit more hit points, then that would help me later on in the game, which you are gonna see. Now, stupidly, I took the shot. I don't even know why I took the shot. I should have just left it, because now I'm on a big reload. And again, I could have shot this guy a lot sooner. So yeah, not good HE there. I mean, only 400 damage done to the Scorpion, but luckily he is going to die. So at the minute, it's a 3 versus 4, and anything can still happen. I'm only on 1600 damage. I do manage to get a few bounces there. So the T29 is now on a 1-shot, but of course I am trying to hide from the Progetto because I don't want him shooting me either. So he is now on a 1-shot. The T29 is on a 1-shot, but look at this. I'm trying to get the gun depression to work. Luckily, I do, and now it is a 2 versus 3. I'm not quite a 1-shot. The Emil is a 1-shot, and I'm kind of like a 2-shot. But we do work together, and we do clear the T23E3. So this is where now I need to wait. I want to get the, well, you can see the Progetto there is a 1-shot. Luckily, the RHM missed me. I am going to switch to the HE, clear him, but then you got the Progetto that is shooting me. Luckily, he does low roll. He's on a reload now. But again, if I just had a little bit more hit points, I could have just sort of pushed forward into him. But now I'm on a 1-shot. I can't just rush forward. Now, unfortunately for me, time is running out because of the supremacy points, and I just don't have the time. And even in this position, I don't really have the gun depression to be able to do something. But at the end of the day, I have to do something, because otherwise I'm just going to lose anyway. So I have to risk it. I have to go for it. I've got no choice. There he is. So I should have just kept going. But I thought maybe he was going to come around. But, you know, he's a smarter player than that. So that is basically it. I messed up. I messed up a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. So that is it. That is the Vulcan. Again, a tank that is never ever played, and actually there is only a few people that have been playing this tank. So let me know, do you have the Vulcan? And if you do you play it? If you don't, when was the last time you played this tank? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.